afternoon. My name is Alison Sian Price, and it is such a pleasure to be back in Kuwait, albeit virtually, my home for the last 40 years. For the last 25 years, it has been my privilege to work with exceptional multicultural talent in the creation of English, Arabic, and bilingual projects in different spaces. Today, I'm pleased to have the opportunity to share my experiences about the power of theatre space. Our next slide demonstrates space. The choice of space for maximum audience effect is vital. It determines stage choreography and recognizable patterns. One such space, as seen in this photograph, is the Dar al-Athar al-Islamiyya in Yarmouk. Designed by Sheikh Nasser al-Akmir al-Sabah and Sheikh Hussa al-Salam al-Sabah, this unique space is a creative, multi-personal space for performers and audiences to create an experience of music recitals, talks and productions, such as Bertolt Brecht's universally themed Mother Courage, performed by our company One World Actors Centre in 2023. The next slide is a representative of one such multicultural team. In such a production, which demands intercultural creativity and narrative, each individual team member brings to the table their own culture, identity, memories, and understanding of the world. 13 nationalities were represented from Kuwait, Wales, England, Ireland, Australia, Egypt, Africa, Lebanon, Greece, Iraq, Philippines, Turkey, and India. And as a director and flow master, my role in the team is to create cohesion whilst incorporating everyone's input and interpretation of experiences and fit them within an audience-friendly framework with the aim to create synergy between audience and actor within the space. Our next slide demonstrates the importance of workshops. To create synergy and cohesion, a workshop series is vital. The workshop is a safe space for experiment. One such workshop was in the creation of One World's Antigone for the Edinburgh Festival Fringe in 2015. After performing the play in a modern Arabic setting and again in an ancient English Celtic setting with two different casts, Dar al-Athar al-Islamiyya Americani, our challenge lay in creating the first Arabic-English bilingual production in 70 years of world performance at the festival. Was this at all possible? We were most fortunate to have with us in Kuwait, courtesy of Taka, the late Adam Darius, father of modern mime, who agreed to create a bilingual monologue masterclass for the two Antigones. A 3-minute monologue was worked for 2 hours to create fusion of languages without loss of sense. It was possible. But we, the team, were left with the challenge of rewriting the 3,000-year-old script of Sophocles, which could only take place through workshopping scenes in 2 languages. So the question is, was it necessary to show a show in 2 different languages at the same time? Yes, it was. The play showed historical and parallel worlds 2,000 years apart in 2 different countries, repeating the same story of invasion and the tragic fight of the heroine under threat of death to uphold tradition. As Jean-Henri wrote in his adaptation, for 3,000 years there has been an Antigone, and this understanding was important because she exists in the world today. We were honored to receive a 4 out of 5 star rating and to be nominated for the Amnesty International Award. Our next slide demonstrates new concept work. Nothing in theatre is more challenging than creating a new concept work, but to be part of someone's own idea and something so harrowing and so real today as it was 8 years ago is humbling and, may I say, life-changing for a scriptwriter and a director as I was. Emma Abdullah's book of writings of poems and monologues was just such a concept. She had begun writing at 12 years old and stored her papers in a blue box. At 15, she self-published her book under that name, donating all proceeds to the Red Crescent charity for Syrian refugees. I met her at 17 years old, prior to her going to Stanford University, and together with actress and Arabic scriptwriter Diana Sfaya, composer Harriet Bushman, and an exceptional cast of adult and youth actors, many of them who had flown all over the world to the theatre and had experienced war and evacuations of home, and would change their monologues in performance according to Daily News. The production, The Blue Box Memories of Children of War, was created. Our next slide shows still photographs of the production. The show was dressed by designer Abdullah Al-Awadi with a backdrop by award-winning photographer Islam Modini of Aleppo. The day before the dress rehearsal in Edinburgh in 2016, the photographs had not arrived in my inbox. I finally received a great apology from Islam. He was sheltering in a stairwell during the bombing of Aleppo, trying to send them. Everyone took 4 hours to arrive. Perfect images of present devastation and destruction. After many months, we were finally able to deliver replacement lenses to Aleppo for damage done to his camera. We were humbled to receive a 5-star rating and are indebted to Al-Ghanam Industries, JAM, Al-Abjar Holdings, the Dalat Al-Islamiyya, and Sheikh Paula Al-Sabah for their outstanding support. All proceeds, ticket sales and book sales were donated to UNICEF. The next slide demonstrates the power of performance to portray living history. I'm often asked how I direct Arabic productions. I would not dream of working without an expert linguist in classical Arabic, Fusha, and I'm grateful to Bassem Al-Othman for his work with us. It has been a great pleasure and a learning experience to work with Taka Productions in the creation of Arabic plays and co-direct with Yusuf Al-Hashash under producer and playwright Huda Shawa. Here is one such production, Ikara, and thank you so much to Taka for permission to use this photograph. Ikara represents an island that was called Ikara, Failaka Island, and it's presented as both historical and mythical, choreographed by Kazimir Kolesnik, and a musical score by Faraj Suleiman. It was performed at JAC, the Sheikh Jabbar Al Ahmed Cultural Centre, in 2017. Our next slide demonstrates the empowerment of youth. Theatre empowers youth, and through theatre programmes I've had the great privilege to work with thousands of young people, many going into the entertainment business. It is a delight today to have acted as producer and dramaturge for a young actor-director, Hamid Al-Janai, Now director of his own company, Act Media, his first production, Hamlet, at the Dar al-Athar al-Islamiyya, posed the question of mental challenges in young people. What was so important was after each performance, students and the audience were invited to question and discuss themes involved in the production and to contribute their experiences. Our final slide is of children. Theatre empowers the young generation in holistic development. Our young actors request profits of their shows to be sent to children in need across the world. They understand the true purpose of intercultural creativity and its empowerment. Ladies and gentlemen, it has indeed been a pleasure to speak with you today about intercultural theatre space and creativity. Thank you so much for listening.